Did you ever take a photo and you think everything is nice and clear, and then you put a photo on the screen of the laptop and the photo is not focused? So we really have to devote some attention to the focus in dental photography. So I mainly use the autofocus function. Sometimes I might help the lens to focus better by using the manual control. I always have my continuous lights activated because this is helping the lens to see better, hence focusing better. But there are also some settings that I want to explain. So basically, if I go in the autofocus settings, you see here that I have activated AFC, yes, not S, not manual focus, autofocus continuous. So this function is activated. And not only that, if I go here, I can select how many focus points I have activated. And I prefer to have just a single point, yeah? If I go here, you will see a red dot. So basically, if you come closer, you will see a single red dot that I can move and determine where the focus plane is. Why am I saying plane? Because it's not a focus point, it's a focus plane. So basically, if I put a focus point, the red dot, on one of the canines, everything will be in focus in front of this plane and behind of this plane. That's why if you put the focus point in the middle, yeah, if I put it on the middle, that means that I determine that the focus plane is on the surface of the upper anteriors. So imagine everything will be focused in front of this plane, but there is just air, there is nothing, and behind of this plane, which is mainly anteriors to canines. But I also want the premolars to be in focus. That's why, especially when I'm shooting anterior close-ups, when the teeth are not in the same plane, yes, the premolars are in the back, I set my focus point on one of the canines. So I just have a look on this small red dot. Depending on the camera, it might look different on other cameras, to be somewhere in the left or in the right, it doesn't matter. So when I shoot, everything will be in focus. Yes, anteriors, also premolars in the back. And if you ask me, this is only important when you shoot anterior close-ups, because if you shoot lateral photos, the teeth will be somehow in the same plane. So this is not so important anymore. And if you're shooting in the mirror, that's even less important, because then really the teeth will be in the same plane. So it doesn't matter where you put this focus point. But as a good practice, just choose one side of the screen, left or right, put your focus point in that area, and don't ever change that position. Keep it simple and practical.